Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. As you probably seen from the video quality as well as audio quality, I'm on the move again, so I'm traveling, so I have my portable studio on the go. It's not as good quality as the real thing, but at least I can show you the battles that I've done here to get max rewards on Tusken Monday. Hey, who knew we're gonna get 2 in a row with our Tuskens. Now we are on planet of Ilum and we do have to face resistance. So as always, I'll cover the modifiers, the feats, and then show you the battles that got me max rewards. I've got 3 battles here for you today. So the first one will be a full Tusken team, and then the second one will be Bounty Hunter team with Django, just to show you if you can maybe potentially do something with Django there to cheese the momentum feat, and then finally we'll do the Undersize feat with Darth Revan. Anyway, there'll be YouTube chapters below as always, but otherwise let's just kick off with the global modifier Ilum. Now, test of strength. This modifier usually was paired where we had to use the General Grievous droids, and it was very frustrating because we weren't able to gain bonus turn meter. Now, Tuskens, while we do have some turn meter gains, and as well when enemy gains turn meter we get extra momentum, so we are a little bit penalized, but by no means we're as much penalized here as the enemy resistance. Rage Jedi training resistance teams, they're all about turn meter gains, including their own modifier that gives them more turn meter, but test of strength will totally disable this resistance team, and that's why it allows us to, even not having fully relicked Tusken team, you can still get some plays going. So once for a change, Ilum is working in our favor, whereas in past it always worked against us. So if you don't know what it is, you gain 10 stacks of hesitation, and then anytime you use a special ability, that unit will lose 1 stack. And when it reaches 0 stacks, it gets clarity buff, which gives you some nice boosts, whatever. But most importantly, as you can see, while you're having hesitation on your guys, they can't assist or gain bonus turn meter. So that's really what will totally shut down the resistance. Well, when I say totally, well, not totally. It gives you a fighting chance. They still have a few tricks up their sleeve, which you will see in the battle. Anyway, the modifier here, Tusken Ambush, does a lot of things. Most importantly, it makes your low gear Tuskens, boost their health and defense and speed, so they're a little bit more durable. But most importantly, we're getting ambushed on one of the enemies, the weakest one, and whenever we hit them with Tuskens, we gain extra momentum, and Tuskens are all about momentum. There's a lot of stuff still in this modifier, but these are really the key thing here for this particular challenge. And then we've got the resistance modifier, which in a nutshell gives them extra bonus turn meter on top of Rey's leadership bonus turn meter, but as mentioned before, Ilum totally shuts them down, so their modifier won't really help them all that much, to be honest here, which is good because it allows us to unlock the red crate. So we have to win with a full team of Tusken units, gain momentum 150 times, and then win with an undersized squad. So overall, straightforward feats, if you can get RNG to line up for your Tuskens. Now let me bring up my Tuskens just to show you what I'm rocking. Just, as always, Tusken Chief Lead. So for this one, you will definitely probably need Zeta on his leadership as always, and then also Zeta on Tusken Warrior on his special attack. Then when she got more than 15 stacks of momentum, she deals bonus damage. So this will then allow you to quickly finish off the enemies once you do get that much momentum. Anyway, let me show you the mods, because I remodded a little bit here. Because the enemy there, obviously with Rage Jedi training, they're constantly landing exposed whenever they critically hit you, and exposed is a health-based damage. So what I did, I made sure I modded everybody for protection, and then even my 2 weaker Tuskens I actually modded with defense sets as well, just to make sure that they're more durable, they can take a few extra hits. Not health, because obviously health will be increasing the damage you receive from exposes, as well as from resistance here of pose, unique as well, when these guys get inspiration on them. In terms of RNG, I needed about an hour in order for RNG to align, but the main thing was that Fiend started off with an AoE, then you've got a better chance of winning. You get speed up with Uror, and then you just go all out on Hero Poe here, just try to get him down, he's ambushed, and this is what you want. You want Fiend to start off with an AoE. From my testing, it was much easier if he starts with an AoE rather with his special that then gives inspiration to everybody. There we go, just keep smacking Poe, and now without inspiration, you know, they won't be counterattacking, they won't be dealing extra damage from Poe's unique as well. So if you're having trouble, just keep restarting until their hero Finn starts off with an AoE, and hopefully you should be good to go. Alright, so I've got more than 15 stacks of momentum of my warrior. Let's knock out their Poe. So with that, that's why he needs 8 on him, so he can deal massive damage. Let's go after Finn now, try to get him down as quickly as you can. But obviously, eventually Holdo will taunt, I think, but while I could, I was just kept going after their Finn. Now there, I could have used special attack, but that would dispel buff, which would then give taunts to Holdo. But they got then in the end taunt anyway, so I'm like, fine. Let's just go after Chewie now, because at least, you know, he's got ambush, so we can ignore the taunt. And as soon as the taunts drop, you could now go back to hero Finn. But now he's got their inspiration on him, so he will counterattack if you hit him, and he would probably most likely kill your low gear Tuskens. That's why I didn't hit him. I just had it there, get their foresight of Rey. Well, might as well hit Chewbacca. And now we have to wait for Holdo to drop the taunt so we can go back to Finn. Okay, let's go ahead, dispel all the debuffs. Perfect. Just keep going after Chewbacca here. Hopefully Finn will stun himself when he gets a moment. Okay, whew. So I've got more than 19 stacks on my warrior. I just decided, you know what, let's go ahead, finish off Chewbacca. And then anyway, Finn gets ambushed. So maybe going after Finn wasn't the best idea. Just kind of go after Poe, go after Chewbacca, but obviously do try and get stunned there on hero Finn whenever you get a chance, either with the basic from Uror, or if he hits one of your guys that has more than 10 stacks of momentum. As mentioned before, I need about an hour for an RNG to line up perfectly for me, so by no means it's gonna be a cakewalk this time, but you know, if you do have some patience and resilience and you just keep trying, you know, it is possible obviously to get it with a mix of relic and low gear Tuskens as always. And that's completed for me, obviously the Tuskens one and the momentum. Obviously if you don't have Tuskens or you can't get to work, obviously just a reminder, we do have Boba, Sign of Django. I'm sure there's some sort of teams that can make him work. The case obviously with all these teams is, can you stall hard enough? Now luckily these guys, obviously because of the global modifier, they're not getting bonus turn meters, so maybe it should be possible to get some stalling teams going. He just went with the Bosk team, just trying to get a contract triggered. You have to hit hero Poe because he's the weakest 10 times, and then you can trigger the contract. And once that is done, their OG Mando obviously there can go ahead insta kill Finn, and that's where the damage then falls from them, and you can then start stalling. But you know, with the constant air taunts, it's a little bit tougher to get around the contract. That's why I brought in Django as well, because he can ignore the taunt. And now we got a contract triggered, which means that Boba, Sign of Django, his momentum games will be doubled. So the way you gain momentum obviously is that you have to critically hit enemies. There we go. Disintegrate Finn. After Finn is down, it's just a case of stalling. So this whole strategy is here, just keep clearing foresight of everybody so they keep recovering health and protection from Holdo, and then just keep smacking hits there with Sign of Django and let him stack momentum. Hard to tell how much momentum again here, because it's still bugged. As you can see, it's no longer showing how many stacks of momentum my Boba is getting, so it's hard to exactly understand. But you can see, you know, there I decided just to finish off Chewbacca, but at some point I was able to stall for about 8-9 minutes. You gotta be wary though, once Rayjet training gets rid of stacks of hesitation, she's quite dangerous because she'll start getting lots of bonus turn meter, so you definitely want to keep this disintegrate handy to finish her off if she becomes too much trouble. Okay, so let's go ahead now and do the Undersize feat to unlock the max rewards. Normally I just do this with Sith Empire. It's kind of like my go-to team for this Undersize, because they just have lots of control with fear and everything, but there are probably like 50 different ways you could do this, so I'm just showing you what I chose to do. There was some funny glitch at the beginning of the battle. I'm not sure how this was possible. Like my HK is really slow, like 230 speed, whereas all the other guys are like 300 or above. And HK got a turn first, and you're not supposed to gain any bonus turn meter because of the modifier, so who knows what happened there. Anyway, HK got it first for some bizarre reason. which kind of messed up my starting sequence. There we go, finally able to get fear out, and just a pretty straightforward thing. I mean, these guys, they can't gain any bonus turn meter or anything, and Sith Empire doesn't really rely on bonus turn meter gains anyway, so we can just knock them out quickly. There we go, Deathmatch triggered on Rey, so we can just go ahead, knock her out. There we go, AoE should finish her. And at this point, you know, I can, well, we probably could just autoplay this to begin with anyway, but I like to play the game sometimes and not just autoplay everything. I find it more enjoyable. And there we go, finished up these guys with an undersized squad, which now unlocked for me the max rewards. When I initially saw, I'm like, Ilum, that's gonna be tough. Because obviously then we can't be applying damage over times, because enemy can't get bonus turn meter. But luckily enemy was handicapped even more by the Ilum modifier than we were. Hopefully this video was useful and helpful. Let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server. But until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.